Hello, Mama, Mrs. Mutoko, aka Coach Princess. Welcome to Mind Stimulation with Rutendo, a self-developmental blog where we discuss everything that has to do with life and how you can maintain yourself and how you can become a better person in life. So today we're going to discuss a topic titled Keeping Love Alive Without Losing Yourself. I'm sure you wondered, why did this person approach me, and especially with this kind of topic? Well, I must admit, you have been such a role model from afar. I have been admiring you from afar through your online videos that you've been doing about life, about marriage, about money. So I thought this is the first person who is going to help us unpack such kind of a topic.
Oh, thank you.
So, yes, you're welcome. So before we get into the topic, I think I should properly introduce you and say that Mrs. Mutoko, full name is Phyllis Mutoko, who is a financial coach, a life coach, a singer, as well as a marriage coach. Exactly the main reason that you're here.
Speaker.
and a motivational speaker. Exactly, like the things are a lot, and I must admit, you are such a role model. You are a role model indeed. So yes, so we can get into the topic. The topic is keeping love alive without losing yourself. But the first question which we may have is, what is love? What do we mean when you say you love someone? From a marriage coach perspective, what is love?
Okay, it's an interesting topic because all of us, we need love, and we are justified when we are loved.
Yes.
So
Yes.
love, I can say, love is a deep feeling or intense feeling of affection towards somebody. So that intense affection, it is full of admiration and respect. If there is no admiration, if there is no respect, that's not love. That's what I can describe as it.
Okay.
So love is a very important aspect of life, because it is a doing word. So it is full of admiration and respect. That's what you can realize, that this is love. That is what I can say on my own words.
From a marriage coach perspective, and not from a nobody. Yes. So then, to what extent does one realize that what they have is love, or when they are now when two people now admire each other, to what extent can they now say, this is now love? What we have is love. Now being two people and not just being you.
Thank you so much for that. I understand love, that when you are in love, there's no rest. As they say, that falling in love. So falling in love, when you fall, you won't be in a state of rest. So you'll be in a falling state. You can't avoid it. You can't.
Yes.
And one thing that is that happens when you are in love. You always think deeply about that person. And you always love to be in his presence or in her presence. You love to be in the presence of that person, spending time together. You can realize now you are in love. Even if you sleep, you'll be thinking about that person. You'll be talking about person. You'll be flashing photos all over. Maybe these days with the phone, you'll be just opening the phone and exploring and showing people, this is my guy, this is my girl. So it's something so interesting. And it shows that you really not be yourself because you're fallen.
Okay.
When you are together, you can't avoid staring to each other. Even if you are shy, but the eye will be still twitching, trying to stay, taking a moment, looking at that person whom we admire.
Oh, so it has to do with now your feelings, or let's say how you want to be with someone is different. Let's say maybe your friend, you can't think of your friend 10,000 times a day, but then maybe you can think of your friend 2 times a day, but then the person you love, you think of them 24/7.
That's it.
Right. Yes.
It's very difficult for you to have a moment without thinking about that person. I don't know to others, but that was my experience.
Yes, I get you indeed. I get you. And I think with that same definition that you're giving, that makes us get into the topic. What then does it mean? Keeping love alive. Now you are in love. Now you have that someone you can't stop thinking of. What does it mean to keep love alive without losing yourself? Because for me, I understand sometimes, yes, we get to that point that we are thinking of that person 24/7. We can't do anything without thinking of that person. Like, whenever I see you, I have to make sure I make you know that there is this person in my life. But then what does it mean to keep love alive without losing yourself, without making that person taking away your identity?
Thank you. It is so easy for you to be taken away your identity when you fall in love. But it is possible to control yourself and not lose yourself and keep the love burning. You can keep the love burning by words of admiration, appreciation, talking to that person, saying you look good, you are handsome. You know, you are the. I can say that you are the one who has taken my heart. Saying those words, you'll be keeping that love burning by saying words, and also by giving some gifts and appreciating having time with that person. It will always make that love to grow and keep it alive. But at the same time, for you not to lose yourself, you should have some principles. Principles that you sit down together. You are now in courtship. You tell him what you like and what you don't like. You tell him his boundary, because you are not yet married. You tell him, you know, my friend, I love you so much, but I kindly ask you that when we meet, there's no kissing, there's no hugging. We are not going to touch me because it's not yet time. We want to go step by step, step by step. When you put those
yes,
boundaries, you are keeping yourself from danger.
Yes,
Because
then I think you've made a lot of clarity there, because assuming that you don't put those boundaries, right, you end up allowing that person maybe to touch you, to do maybe to kiss you and do all that stuff, yet you are not ready for the relationship to go that further, right? Assuming the person breaks up with you, or assuming anything else happens, it leads to depression. It leads to suicide. People then, that's when they commit suicide. They end up being depressed because they ended up going further than what they were supposed to do. So yes, I quite understand that very much.
That's true.